Okay, so in the previous video, we created the tracking record, and in this video, let's create the tracking pixel URL. Okay, tracking URL. So let me just indent it here because we are inside the if condition. All right. So let's first try to create click tracking URL. Let's say click tracking URL. Okay, click tracking URL is equal to our URL will be like this. Okay, so I'll first format it because I want to pass the unique ID inside the URL, right? So that's why. So HTTP :// localhost, or I can set 127.0.0.1:8000 /emails. Okay, so this is actually our base emails path, right? Emails. After this email, then inside the URLs we have track. Okay, track and path, and after that unique ID. Okay, emails /track /click then you pass this unique ID. Okay, so unique ID will be email tracking dot unique ID, or simply you can pass the unique ID. Okay, copy this unique ID and put it here. All right, so there is one catch here. Okay, so we are actually going to send this click tracking URL to the recipient email, right? But this URL should be publicly accessible. Okay, we cannot just send 127 0.0. Okay, it is not 0, it is 1 0.0.1 8000. This is actually a local host web address, right? We cannot just send this one to the recipient email. In order for our click tracking URL to work, we want this URL to be publicly accessible. Okay, publicly accessible, I mean it should be a domain name, or in short, our application should be deployed on the live server, right? Otherwise, this click tracking URL will not work, because this local host will only work in your computer. Okay, that too when your web server is running. Okay, so if you send this path to someone else, then definitely this path is not working. Okay, so that's why this should be publicly accessible. That means we want to deploy the website. Okay, but the problem is deployment is a huge process. It takes a lot of time and it takes a lot of effort. Of course, we are going to deploy this website on the live server, but not right now. We are still developing the website, right? So once we are done with all the tools, then we will deploy the application on the live server. But for now, somehow we want to make our application publicly accessible. Okay, so this is where we can make use of ngrok tunnel. Okay, so ngrok will allow us to take our application from development server to the live server very quickly. Okay, so we will make use of ngrok tunnel. Okay, so what it will do is it will actually give us one temporary live URL. Okay, temporary subdomain, so we can replace that URL with this one. Okay, so then our application will be publicly accessible. Okay, so it will not take a lot of time. It will just take 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, so this is the best way to deploy your website temporarily. Okay, so let's do one thing. Let's actually install ngrok. So installing ngrok is very simple. You go to ngrok. Okay, go to Google and write ngrok. Okay, so here you can go to download. Okay, because in your system ngrok should be installed. Okay, so if you are using Windows, it is very easy. You can simply select your Windows 32 or 64-bit, then just download it, and it will give you one zip file. Okay, so when you unzip this zip file, you will get ngrok.exe. Just open it using double click and install it. Okay, that is very easy. And if you are using Mac OS, then you can run this one, brave install ngrok, and this, just copy it and paste it. Okay, so once you install it, then what you have to do, you have to go to this, add this auth token. So adding the auth token is very simple. Just open your terminal and run. Once you install ngrok, then you can run ngrok commands. Okay, So in order to run this command, ngrok should be installed in your computer. Okay, so once that is done, you can simply run this command. Okay, so you have to replace this token with the ngrok auth token. So I'll show you how to take the auth token. Before that, for the Windows also, I think it is same. Okay, ngrok config add auth token. For the Mac, yeah, same. Okay, so this command is same, only installation is a little bit different. All right, so to take the auth token, what you have to do, you have to actually sign up in this ngrok website. Just sign in or sign up with your email address or Gmail. Okay, so once you are signed up, then you will be taken to this ngrok dashboard. Okay, in this dashboard, you will get the auth token. Okay, click on this your auth token, and this is your auth token. Copy and okay, so first of all, you have to copy this one. You have to copy this one and create new terminal. Okay, right now we already have three terminals: Django, Redis, and Celery. Right, so this will be fourth one, ngrok. Okay, so you don't need to run ngrok every time. Only when you're working on this bulk emails and for email tracking, you just need to use this ngrok. Otherwise, for other tools, you don't need ngrok. All right. So here, just paste it: ngrok space config space add auth token, and then you copy this one. Okay, copy this and give a space and paste it. Okay, then you can simply hit enter. Okay, so once you hit enter, your auth token will be added, and then you can run ngrok in your system. Now I did not run this command because I already have run this command before. Okay, so my auth token is already added, but in your case you have to add your auth token to this ngrok. Now next step, you need to start the ngrok. So it is very simple: ngrok space http space your port number. Okay, so because Django port number is 8000, right? Simply write 8000 here. Okay, so for this 8000 port, we will get this web address, right? You can see this is our live URL. Simply copy this live URL and go to your browser and paste it, hit enter. Okay, so here first of all it will give you the warning. Just click on visit site. Okay, so it is giving me invalid host header because we did not add our add this link to our settings. As you know, whatever domain we want to run, we need to add it to the allowed host. We can simply put it like this, but I don't want to do this because we are on the ngrok free plan. In the free plan, this link will always change. Okay, if you stop this ngrok using Control C, then when you run it again, you will get this link different. Okay, so that's why I will not use this now. So I'll simply say star. Star means any website will run for this application. Okay, save this. Okay, once you save this, then you can refresh. Okay, again visit site, and you can see this is now your live website. Okay, it just took 2 to 3 minutes and your website is live, right? You can log in and you can register and everything, but there is one problem as well. You cannot log in right now because if you try to log in, it will give you one error because I'll show you. Okay, okay, you see CSRF verification failed. That is because there is one thing that we need to add in the settings. That is, we want our CSRF to trust this website. Okay, CSRF underscore trusted underscore origin is equal to, open a list, inside the single quotation put this website. Okay, and next I want to use this base URL is equal to, inside the single quotation put this again. Okay, I'll show you where to use this base URL, but this one you need to put because this domain should be trusted. in order to run our application. So that is what we are saying here. And save this, and this base URL, we will use that later in our code here. Okay, so once this is done, now you can actually log in from here, Django admin, and my password, login. Okay, I think I will stop my Celery. I don't see a point in restarting the Celery right now, but again, we'll see, we'll try. Okay, login and Django admin, password, login. Okay. Okay, so it should be origins. Okay, it is actually a list, right? It should be origins. I'm sorry. Now it should be working. You see, one mistake. We spent a lot of time now. Django admin and my password, login. Okay, you can see our website is logged in, and this is your public URL. Okay, so from here you can use your tools. Okay, that is there. Now your website is live, and one more thing I want to tell you is whenever you stop ngrok and restart it, you need to change this URL every time. Okay, so this is until we are on the development server. Okay, so once we are on the live server, we don't need to do all this stuff. Okay, so however, we just wanted to make this website live, right? So that's why we made this. All right, now we have added this base URL, right? This base URL will actually go here. Okay, we will remove this and we will put the base URL, base underscore URL. All right, so our base URL will be this one. Okay, base URL is equal to settings dot base underscore URL, right? So this is what our variable name is, right? Base URL. Okay, so we got the base URL and we are passing this base URL here. All right, now our click tracking URL is ready. Let's say print tracking URL. Okay, so we'll actually see the output. Okay, let's stop the Celery and run it again. And when we send the email, we want this tracking URL to be printed here. Okay, let's refresh. Okay, and bulk emails, go to developers, test, send. Okay, email sent successfully. Let's see, we got this tracking URL. Okay, so this tracking URL will be generated 3 times because it is particularly for the recipient email, right? So that's why you see this is our tracking URL. This is our base URL, and then emails, track, click, and then we have this unique ID. Okay, so yeah, that's it for this video, and in the next one we'll actually search for the links in the email. Okay, whatever email the user is sending, we will search if there is any URL. Okay, if there is any URL, we will inject our tracking URL to that original URL. Okay, so we'll do all those stuff in the next one.